everyone, and welcome to Nancy's Kitchen. I am your host, Nancy Majulin, and this show is all about the art of plant-based cooking meets the science of nutrition. You will learn how to veganize your favorite dishes. I am so excited, so let's get cooking. Today it's going to be all about desserts, right? Who doesn't love desserts? I love desserts, and I'm sure 95% of the population, if not more, loves desserts. The first recipe that I'm going to make, it's low-fat, gluten-free, dairy-free, high-fiber chocolate chip cookies. Now you say, how can chocolate chip cookies be gluten-free, low-fat, high-fiber? Well, I'm going to show you how. The first ingredient that I'm going to use is oats. And if you know me, you know I love cooking with oats. And we're going to need oat flour. And you say, where do I get oat flour from? I never even seen oat flour. Well, I'm going to show you how to make oat flour in seconds. So for this recipe, we need 2 cups of oats, and you can just buy the regular quick oats. And see how in seconds our oats are going to become flour. And voila, that took literally a couple of seconds, and you can see we have oat flour. Now I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about the benefits of oats, because 2 of my recipes today have oatmeal. Firstly, oats are gluten-free. Now sometimes when you are buying oats, you'll find it says certified gluten-free. That's because a lot of the times they plant the oat crops beside the wheat crops, and what happens is cross-contamination. So if someone is celiac, then you got to make sure you get the certified gluten-free options. If not, then you can just get your regular quick oats, and you saw how quickly we made them into flours. Now, oats have so many benefits. One of the main benefits, they're a good source of a mineral called manganese. And manganese actually supports antioxidants, right? Now we're always talking about antioxidants, but you actually need the other component, the other mineral to help support your antioxidants. So manganese, there's manganese in there, which also helps for the growth and development of strong bones. There's selenium, which is another powerful antioxidant. So that's pretty cool. You have the antioxidant and you have what supports your antioxidant. Also, studies are showing that eating oats on a regular basis helps lower your cholesterol levels. And now the FDA has even given companies the right to claim that. So that's how powerful it is. Scientists don't know exactly what it is that helps prevent or lower cholesterol levels, but they believe it's the beta-glucan, and it becomes gooey in your intestines, and that helps prevent the sticking of the cholesterol in your arteries, and it'll go out. The one thing I want to talk about before I add the other ingredients, cholesterol. We have this fear of cholesterol. So cholesterol is really, it's not bad for you. You know, your brain needs it, your body needs cholesterol. And we hear a lot of the times LDL, which is known as the bad cholesterol, and we hear about HDL, which is known as the good cholesterol. They're both good. What's important is the ratio. So we're going to get some flax seeds. And we know that flax seeds are also good to help manage cholesterol levels and estrogen. So we're going to grind this up as well. And in this recipe, the flaxseed with water is going to be your egg substitute. There we go. That took a couple of seconds. And I'm going to put water in here. And you'll see within a couple of minutes, it's literally like an egg substitute. It becomes gooey. I'm kind of eyeballing it, but typically 1 tablespoon of ground up flaxseed to 2 to 3 tablespoons of filtered water. We're going to leave this. Now the other ingredients we're going to add is baking soda, baking powder. So a bit of baking soda. Baking soda helps the cookies go flat. The baking powder helps the cookies rise. So you can play with a lot of the ingredients in most recipes, but when it comes to the baking soda and baking powder, kind of follow the recipe. We're going to put a bit of vanilla. Vanilla always gives a nice sweet taste. We're going to put cinnamon. Cinnamon also helps for blood sugar management, and a lot of times you see people who eat oats or oatmeal, they put cinnamon, and that's great. When I'm working with my clients who want to lower their cholesterol, I make sure that they're incorporating oatmeal with cinnamon in their diet. And also the neat thing about cinnamon is that it's a known aphrodisiac for men. So ladies, make sure you put cinnamon in almost anything you can. I love cinnamon. It looks like I'm always putting cinnamon in something. Okay, so the other thing we're going to add here, we're going to add a nut milk. And I have my nut milk here. This is, I think it's almond milk, but any milk, soy milk, hemp milk, cashew milk, macadamia milk. These days there's so many options for milks that, and it's great because so many people are lactose intolerant, and it's kind of normal, right? We are not meant to digest the cow's milk. We're humans. And another interesting fact about actually dairy milk versus nut milk, the ratio is cow's milk ratio, there's more protein than carbohydrates, and mother's milk actually has more carbohydrates than protein. And it kind of makes sense that the calf needs more protein because the calf wants to get as big as a cow, right? And we don't want to get as big as a cow. So sticking to plant-based nut milks won't do that. And if you are lactose intolerant, even a great alternative. So we're going to put the nut milk in here. We're going to also melt some coconut. We're going to put some coconut oil in here as well. You can melt it on low heat just so it's more liquidy. We're going to put some walnuts. You can see the flaxseed and the water have been sitting for quite some time, a couple of minutes, and it has a nice thick consistency. And this is pretty much your egg substitute right here. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to add our chopped walnuts. And the interesting thing about walnuts is that they are pretty high in omega-3 fatty acids. Pretty much it's the only nut that's as high in the whole nut family. So we're going to put that in here. And also walnuts are nutrient dense. It's a great source of antioxidant. It has vitamin E. And like I said, that omega-3 in there is very important. I have some dark chocolate. These are dairy-free chocolate. And dark chocolate actually is a good source of magnesium, potassium. It has a bit of calcium. Now, I'm not telling you to just eat cups and cups and bars of dark chocolate, but in moderation, dark chocolate is actually good for you. So I do make it a part of my diet. We put the dark chocolate, and now we're going to put, so this recipe, you can either put a banana, or I'm going to put maple syrup. And the reason why I chose maple syrup, because it has something like over 50 different antioxidants. And it's truly an amazing superfood. It's a great sweetener. Although it has all those antioxidants, I'm not telling you to drink it from the bottle, because we don't want that. It'll make your blood sugar spike. But the fact that we're adding it to this recipe where we have already the fiber from the oats and the fiber from the flaxseed, it's not gonna absorb as quickly into your bloodstream. So maple syrup, some people put, you can put agave, but I just like the maple syrup because it has all those different antioxidants. The other thing about maple syrup, I do want to mention, it's a good source of manganese. And we learned that manganese is a cofactor for antioxidants. So what does that mean? Is that when you have manganese in a meal that already has, or you're combining with antioxidant foods, like there's vitamin C, it's going to help absorption in your body. And this is where kind of the science in nutrition comes to play. And we love maple syrup. We are grateful for the trees because it is their life force. So you can either mix it by, well, this one got mixed by hand, so easier to clean up, right? And we're all about efficiency. And once the batter is done, you're gonna put it on a cooking sheet. There you go. You're gonna bake it roughly at 320 and 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You can monitor it. It really depends of, you know, your oven. Mine get done in roughly, like I said, 20, 25 minutes. Just make sure you monitor them. And these are great. I bring these cookies pretty much everywhere I go. When I go for potlucks or just getting together with some friends, it's truly a winner. And you know, it's one of those like guilt-free desserts, right? Because you're getting all that fiber and nutrients, and I think I'm just salivating thinking about it. Here you go. So you bake it. And with the magic of television, we already have, here I am, cookies pre-made. As you can see, these look wonderful and they are really moist and chewy. Look at that, how it just, yummy, yummy. I mean, they're great for snacks, they're great for the kids, they're great to have with tea for breakfast. So overall, phenomenal. Thank you for joining today. That's all the time we have for today on our dessert series. And thank you for watching Nancy's Kitchen, where the art of plant-based cooking meets the science of nutrition. And remember to practice mindful eating. And a little disclaimer, no animals were harmed during the making of any of these dishes. See you next time, and à la prochaine. Thank you.